So my sister is 14 years older than me. My parents did not save and invest for college, but wanted my sister to go to college. They had to pay out of pocket. And I asked my mom this, and my mom said, that was the dumbest thing we ever did, is just not start some account for your sister. And so when my brother came along, my parents said, let's just start something small, savings account, an investment. Let's just start something so we don't rinse and repeat, right? They're like, this is crazy if we don't start accounts for our younger children. So it was at some point something clicked that waiting did not help them. You knew the child was going to school. To my client's point about education, I knew I was going to college, Dominic, when I got popped out. Hell, probably when I was in the womb, they knew all these kids are going to at least get a bachelor's degree, at least. So let's start planning now. Time is your friend. Time means you don't need a lot of money. You just got to start it and let compounding interest do its job. Yes.
And even if you assume as a parent, hey, we want to set them up to go to college, even if they decide not to go, that money's still going to be useful for them for whatever it is, whether they need money to go to a trade school because they want to work in the trades in some way, or if they can use it then for a house, or maybe they don't want to go to college, but they've got that entrepreneurial bug and they can use it. I mean, right. Yeah, capital. Man. Yeah. So startup capital. Absolutely. So it's still useful 18, 20 years down the line after they're born.
That's what my wife and I are doing she's almost 3 now. She'll be 3 in another month. And I told my wife, I will not be like my parents and wait to have that tough experience of, God, now we have to pay for school. Let's start where you are, right? What can we afford to do from the beginning? Mm-hmm. And then also, how do we get the village? So the village is, again, anybody who's not the parents is the village of these children. How do you get them to buy in to funding these babies? So I love my village because to have the options you just described, where you get to 18, what do you want to do, young lady? And it doesn't matter what she says, there will be funding there to support whatever that endeavor is. Hell, if she wants to take a gap year, go figure out their lives, go backpack in Europe, South America, Africa, wherever in the world, and then they come back, because school's always going to be there. And then they've learned enough about themselves to where, okay, now I will go to school to learn what I'm really passionate about.
Thanks for watching. If you want to check out the full conversation, you can watch full episodes of the FI for Kids podcast right here at YouTube. Just hit subscribe and you'll get new episodes in your feed every Thursday.